I'm looking in the mirror at another man. Is this what you want? Is this it what you planned? People look at you like you don't got a chance. You ain't phased, you just go and be the man. Do your thing. You say you got these dreams, you manifest. You say you put in work and you ain't rest. Word on the road, people say you gonna blow. I've been doing my own thing, but you guessed it. I done had sometimes I dealt with conflict. If I fall, I get back up, I'm on some boss shit. I ain't really got.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now if you have me on Snapchat, Instagram or any of my social media sites, you will know that I recently dyed my hair red. Now I knew that people were going to ask me questions about how I did it, so I made sure that I was one step ahead of you guys and I recorded the entire process. Now these are all the bits that you're going to need. You're going to need a Door semi-permanent hair dye in 3 different colors: intense red, copper brown and sienna brown. You're also going to need a mixing bowl. You're also going to need one of these brushes to apply the actual dye itself, some hair clips and ORS olive oil replenishing conditioner in sweet orange. Now guys, I'm so excited because I bought this wig head recently and I finally got to use it. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take a plastic bag and literally put it over the wig head just to protect it, because obviously you're going to be messing around with dye and you don't want it to get all mashed up and crazy. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your wig. Now I'm using my RPGSHOW blonde wig that I got, I don't know how long it's been now. It's been maybe 6 or something months. I've had it for quite a while and I thought, you know what, I'm tired of this color. How about I just transform it?
Carry the go for a bad man. See the way she the roll for a bad man.
So next you're going to take the first dye, which is in copper brown, and you're going to squeeze out the entire bottle into your mixing bowl. Now as you can see, I'm wearing gloves and I put down some plastic. I wish that I'd put down more plastic because I ended up ruining my sheets. So don't be like me guys, make sure you use enough plastic to cover the entire space that you're going to be using, because things get very messy. Then the next color that you're going to be using is the intense red, but you're only going to be using about 1/5 of that bottle. I'm basically doing this the African way where you guesstimate, but yeah, just do the best. And then the third color obviously is the sienna brown, and you're using about half the bottle as well. Once you put that all inside your bowl, just make sure you mix it all together. As you can see, I've taken out a piece of paper. Now I actually learned how to do this from another YouTuber who I'm going to link in the description box, and she did exactly the same thing just so that she could make sure the color was exactly what she wanted. So as you can see, I've tested it, didn't really like the color. I wanted to go for a deeper red, so I went back with that intense red, added some more, mixed it together, and then you're going to see that I'm finally going to get the color that I wanted.
In the low for a bad man. Baby carry the go for a bad man. See the way she the roll for a bad man. She be taking it slow for a bad man. When she dropping the low for a bad man. Baby carry the go for a bad man. See the way she the roll for a bad man.
Okay, so now is where the real work begins. Now, there's not really any right way or wrong way of doing this. I literally just made sure I parted it into small sections and followed where the blonde was. So basically where I saw the blonde, I covered it in red, because one thing that I didn't want was to have that kind of, you know, that dead straight line, you know, that kind of like there's a line and then there's the colored bit and then the black bit. I did not want that. I liked how this wig had the kind of streaky highlight blonde thing going on, kind of mixed in with the black roots and stuff, and I wanted to follow that. So I made sure that I just took the red hair dye where the black hair was, and then when I got towards the top of the hair, I just turned my brush sideways, and then I kind of did downward strokes but with the brush sideways, just so I could really get into those bits and stuff. But yeah, you just cover the whole head and just go crazy with it guys, and just have fun and just pray that it all works out.
If me mama say it's okay, oh them up be on show baby, you know it's okay. Nah, nah. You're a pretty fine girl and I have a pretty fine waist, nah, nah. You're a really cool girl, I got a really good taste, nah. Ha, she feeling my way. You whisper to her friends, say she's feeling my face. Ha, she's feeling my place. She want to be with me when she's feeling high rate. So
here, as you can see, I'm starting to get to the frontal. Now, one thing that I was really scared about was getting the frontal, you know, red and basically dyeing the frontal. I was super scared. So what I did was I was just being extra careful, and I just made sure I lifted up the hair as I was applying the dye, just to ensure that it wouldn't directly be in contact with the frontal. And I was just being extra careful, and that's the only thing that I can kind of say to you. It's hard. Obviously you're going to get a little bit on the frontal itself, is inevitable. I mean, if you're doing it like this, it's going to happen. But if you are really careful, you can avoid getting a lot on there, because mine was really minimal. And to be fair, actually my wig is totally fine.
She love the bad thing, she hold a bad man, she want the bad thing. I'm all up on her waist when we dancing. She don't care about nobody when we grinding. Make you ginger me, how they want to ginger me today. Make you ginger me.
So the bit that I didn't show you was when I basically washed out the dye, and that's only because my bathroom is really tiny, so it just wasn't happening. But basically all I did was use the conditioner. I did not use any shampoo. I just washed out the hair with conditioner until there was very little red dye coming out of the hair, and then once I did that, I literally let it air dry. And this is basically it the next day once it's been air dried. And then as you can see, I took my KERA Silk and Sil hair serum, and I basically just used that on the hair and then proceeded to blow dry it.
For a bad man, she be taking it slow. For a bad man, when she dropping the low. For a bad man, nah.
Then I went in with my Palmer's coconut oil leave-in conditioner spray, and I literally just sprayed all over the hair, just because, listen, we're trying to have some silky looking, gorgeous looking hair, okay? So yeah, I literally just went in with that, and then I blow dried it, and this was all done just before I started using my straighteners to make it extra straight. So yeah, as you can see, I've got my straighteners now, and I really put it up to the highest heat. That's why you can see basically the smoke coming out of it. 230 degrees, and I literally just went in with my straighteners and made sure that I straightened that whole thing, because we're just trying to have it as silky and as pretty as possible.
Are you feeling my way? Cause I'm feeling your way. So pass up on it, family, mama say it's okay. Oh, them up, be on show. Baby, you know.
And this is exactly what I was trying to achieve. Just look at how that hair is shaking and bouncing. Yes, honey, I was so proud of myself at this point. Like, you know, all of this was really a risk that I was taking, and I was having palpitations, but it all came out okay. I'm so proud. The next thing that I did after this was literally just trying to find that part to try and start styling it and how I wanted it on my head. So I went in with my olive oil wrap mousse, and now not a lot of people do this, right? But I thought, this was kind of my calculation, I thought if I put it on the wig head itself and put some of the mousse on, then wrap the hair, then naturally the baby hairs will kind of lay how I want them to lay when I put them on my head, which actually worked. So yeah, just do it the way that I've done it. It actually does work.
All the ladies in the house, they want to ginger me today, so I'm here for the girl then. It's the DJ, play my song. Yeah, I'm chilling with the girl then, and we getting high all night.
Now it's time to get that wig on. Now, as you can see, I've already cane rolled my hair. I literally just cane rolled it just the best that I could, basically, and I slicked my edges back with some olive oil edge control. And then what I'm doing now is I'm basically taking Got To Be spray, and I just spray it where I basically want my wig to lay, and then I take a hairdryer and I literally dry that. Now I repeat this 3 times. If you want your wig to really sit on your head and not go anywhere, I'm telling you now, do it 3 times. I'd already done it once off camera, and then you're going to see me do it twice on camera. I'm doing it the 2nd time now. So spray and dry. I'm telling you, your wig will not go anywhere.
She be taking it slow for a bad man. When she dropping the low for a bad man. Baby carry the go for a bad man. See the way she the roll for a bad man. She be taking it slow for a bad man. when she dropping the low for a bad man. Nah.
Now, sometimes I find that while the wig might sit quite well on my head, the two sides near my ears get really annoying. Basically, the sideburn areas, because I have really thick sideburns, and sometimes they're just annoying. So I will hold it down just to make sure that it really stays in place, basically. And then what I'm doing is I'm taking a head wrap. Again, because of those side bits near my ears, I just don't want them flapping up and looking crazy, because that always happens to me. So I've decided that this is what I'm going to start doing now. So now all I'm doing is I'm going back in with my straighteners, and I'm basically using my straighteners to curl my hair. Basically, it's going to look a little bit crazy, but that's only because I was in a massive rush. This was Christmas Day. My mum was shouting at me because we were going to my auntie's house, and she was just telling me to hurry up. So I was basically just splitting the hair into like random chunks and just curling the hair. But basically what I do is I'll curl the hair inwards, and that kind of helps the curls to fall the way that I like them falling. But obviously curl them however you find appropriate, however you like them.
It's hard. She's feeling my place. She want to be with me when she's feeling high rate.
So once I'm done, I go back in with that mousse just to make sure those baby hairs look exactly how I want them. This is me just being really extra. You don't have to do all of this, but in the rush that I was, I still managed to find time somehow to just make sure that those baby edges, baby hairs, whatever you want to call them, looked exactly how I wanted them to look. And that's it, guys. I cannot believe that I actually achieved this on my own. Like, you guys know, me and hair, me and makeup, hey, it's a difficult one, but we're getting there. But no, that is how I basically transformed my blonde wig into this stunning, bombshell, sexy, brownie red color. I don't even know what color you'd call this, but it's just a sexy color, and I absolutely love it. Now, quick disclaimer, one thing that I did forget to mention was that I did find that I was running out of hair dye, the mix that I had actually created myself. I was running out of it. So what I did was that I basically just added more of the intense red and obviously the sienna brown that was left, and I just kept adding it to the mixture to kind of make sure I completed the entire wig, and just made sure that I kept testing the color on that white piece of paper to make sure that the color wasn't anything too different from the dye that I had already mixed in together. So I'd suggest maybe using a bigger bowl, using more of the formula. Like I said, there's no measurements, so you're kind of just gonna have to do guesswork as you're going along. But other than that, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I also know that this is the final video of 2017. Thank you so much, guys, for riding with me this year. Like, it's been a crazy year, and I cannot wait to bring up more content for you guys in 2018. But have an amazing new year, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Love you guys loads. Bye.
Are you feeling my way? Cause I'm feeling your way. To pass up on the family, mama say it's okay. Oh, them up me on show name. Baby, you know it's okay. Nah. You're a pretty fine girl, and I have a pretty fine waist. Nah. You're a really cool girl, I got a really good taste. Ha, she feeling my way. She whisper to her friends, say she's feeling my face. Ha, she's feeling my place. She want to be with me when she's feeling high rate. Back at you, come back again. Oh, suffer me, pay a Rukweni, Chichi. She looking very hot in my yellow Lamborghini. You get the way. Hey, baby, carry the go for a bad man. See the way she the roll for a bad man. She be taking it slow for a bad man. When she dropping the low for a bad man. Baby, carry the go for a bad man. See the way she the roll for a bad man. She be taking it